Every year, millions of us begrudgingly pay it, the TV licence. As of 2025, it's costing you £174.50 a year. The BBC tells you this money funds Sherlock, Strictly, The News and other shows. 68% of the BBC's income comes from your pocket. So today we're going to expose the BBC senior management's six-figure salaries, the profitable BBC-owned private company and government influence. Let's start with the people at the top, the public service bosses. These are the salaries we are allowed to see, and they are eye-watering. This is the soon-to-be former Director General of the BBC. His salary is around £525,000, £500,000. That's public money, your money. While the average licence fee payer is struggling with the cost of living, the Executive Board has pay packets that rival plastic surgeons. And it's not just the big boss. The chief content officers, other executives, they're sitting in the £300,000 to £400,000 bracket. That is around 10 times the government-published average UK wage, more in some cases. Then there's the celebrities, of course. Their salaries range from a few £100,000 up to £1.35 million. But the BBC only have to disclose salaries above £178,000. However, BBC executive annual bonuses have been scrapped. But regarding transparency, the BBC do have the private company Loophole. Enter BBC Studios, BBC's commercial subsidiary. Here's the trick. BBC Studios is a private company. It makes hit shows like Strictly, Casualty and Doctor Who. Because it's a private company, they don't have to disclose salaries. Executives at BBC Studios are paid market rates. In the private sector, senior media executives earn millions, plus massive performance bonuses. And here's the kicker. Who pays BBC Studios to make the shows? The BBC Public Service, using licence fee money. So your licence fees go to the BBC, they pay their private company to make shows, a company which doesn't disclose any salaries or bonuses. But high pay is just greed. The real danger? It's control. You might think you pay the BBC directly. Well, you don't. Your £174.50 goes into the UK government's Consolidated Fund, the Treasury. The government then pay the BBC. Think about that. The BBC's impartiality relies on a funding stream that the government can freeze, cut or threaten whenever they want. Furthermore, who appoints the chairman of the BBC board? You've guessed it. The government, who also control the purse strings. Your fees do fund programmes, but also massive salaries, hidden bonuses, and a broadcaster potentially influenced by the very government it should scrutinise. In 2024 alone, over 25,000 people were convicted for not paying this fee. 73% of them were women. It's time for change. The question isn't, do I like the shows? It's, do I trust the system? Until next time.